he was one of the impeachment managers. Now, Congressman, you know what I think of Alejandro Mayorkas, right? I've been hammering him since January of 2021. But explain to the Angle viewers what the point was in doing this, given the razor-thin numbers that you had, especially because the real culprit isn't the real culprit Joe Biden, not Mayorkas, who's just he's just the hired help.
Well, Laura, two things about that. We can say Joe Biden should be impeached, and maybe that's where we should go. But I can tell you this. Alejandro Mayorkas, as early as 2021, issued a memorandum where he iterated what his proposals were for the border, and those were basically to open the border, disobey Title VIII of the law, where he was going to then change how you did everything from remove people. He was not going to allow them to remove people. He was not following the law. And so impeachment was designed literally since 1450. The year 1450 was to remove somebody from office who was going to do irreparable harm or potential damage to the community or the state. And that's what Alejandro Mayorkas is doing. He's continuing to do it. And that's why I feel it's like our duty to actually try to remove this guy, because I think he is a danger, and I think what he's doing is causing irreparable harm, and thus our duty is to go forward. And if you're not successful, then that's not okay. I mean, I'd rather be successful, but you have to fight the fight, or else there's no point in you being here trying to do what's right.
Well, let's say he had been impeached, and you actually had a Republican Senate, and you could remove him and convict him and remove him from office. Would you think that Biden would put in someone that you and I would like in that position? Wouldn't it be like a game of whack-a-mole? We have the next Alejandro Mayorkas?
Everything with this administration is like whack-a-mole, for sure. And yeah, they could appoint somebody else and nominate them, but the Senate then could not accept that confirmation. You'd get somebody who's temporary there. And part of the impeachment process is to hold people accountable. And Alejandro Mayorkas needs to be held accountable. Now, on your other point, though, I do believe that one of our strongest checks against an executive who has gone bad, which I think this administration has, particularly on this issue, is to use the checkbook. And so I've been arguing literally for several years to reduce the funding for many of this administration's programs until they actually enforce the border. So I do think impeachment's necessary and required. It's our duty, but I also think there's other ways to get at this cat as well. And one of those is to actually say no more money for, I don't know, how about the FBI new headquarters? How about the IRA Green New Deal stuff? Let's stop funding that stuff until we can get confirmation that they're going to enforce the border.
Yeah, well, if a phone call with Zelensky was an impeachable offense, what Biden has done to the U.S. border and to our country, causing death and destruction, should be an impeachable offense. I think Biden is impeachable here. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.